It's time to ban anything that could be offensive or ever has been offensive or wasn't offensive before but is offensive now, because it doesn't matter that context changed, it doesn't matter that certain words back then mean different things now, because apparently everyone's outraged by everything all the time. So you know what? No. You know what? Ban everything. Just ban everything. Baby, it's cold outside. Pulled by radio station citing #MeToo. It's a Christmas classic, probably being played in shops and radio stations all over the world. But a radio station in Cleveland, Ohio has decided to remove Baby It's Cold Outside from its playlist following complaints from listeners. Local media report that listeners said the song was inappropriate and at odds with the Me Too movement. My word, but a poll conducted on the station's Facebook page showed the majority of listeners did not want the song banned. I'm going to keep talking about this, but there's a reason why I said we got to ban everything. How about a woman on Twitter who got in trouble? I believe she's Canadian. She's in Canada, but she broke Pakistan law. So she had a Twitter. What is it? Hello, we are writing to inform you that Twitter has received official correspondence regarding your Twitter account. The correspondence claims that the following content is in violation of Pakistan law. Should that matter? Or how about earlier today when we saw this video from Michael Rappaport, who apparently made fun of an ugly cat. This cat right here. Let's see. He zooms in at one point, I think. No, he didn't. Apparently, okay, there we go. Apparently, he called this cat ugly, okay? And Instagram deleted the video because he shamed the cat. My God. Literally, everything is offensive to everyone. The rules are breaking down, man. The rules don't make sense anymore. There are no rules, plain and simple. If it's degrading and shaming to a cat, and someone else reports you, and they delete your video because you offended somebody, not the cat, like, I gotta say, you know, we're screwed. It's over, man. This has gotta be, like, it's a great collection of nonsense. But we'll keep reading about this Baby It's Cold Outside. I didn't want to make it feel like I was exaggerating when I said ban everything. No, quite literally, everything is on the cusp of being banned. Glenn Anderson, a host at the Star 102 station, blogged that although the song was written in a different era, the lyrics felt manipulative and wrong. The world we live in is extra sensitive now, and people get easily offended. But in a world where Me Too has finally given women the voice they deserve, the song has no place. Really. Written by Frank Lozier. In 1944, Baby It's Cold Outside has been covered by Lady Gaga, Michael Bublé, Tom Jones, and Sarah Matthews, and actors Will Ferrell and Zooey Deschanel in the movie Elf. The tune takes the form of a back-and-forth conversation where a man tries to persuade his female guest not to risk the journey home in bad weather, but to have another drink and spend the night with him instead. I simply must go, but baby, it's cold outside. The answer is no, but baby, it's cold outside. Another line, say, what's in this drink? No cabs to be had out there, is perhaps one of the most controversial, and has been interpreted by some as a reference to date rape. Others, such as comedian Jen Kirkman, have pointed out that the phrase had a different meaning in the 1930s, it's a typo, and that the song was more complex than it might appear on the surface. I just want to say right now, Jen Kirkman, this might be one of the most annoying things ever. I almost even want to reference her because she blocked me for no reason. I literally have no idea who she is. I have never heard of her. And I said, oh, interesting. Jen Kirkman has offered up a defense of Baby It's Cold Outside. I wonder what she has to say. Unfortunately, she blocked me for no reason. I've literally never interacted with this person. But she said, I'm so tired of this. The song seems odd now because it's about coercing sex. But a woman who knows her reputation is ruined if she stays. Say what's in this drink is an old movie line from the 30s that means I'm telling the truth. She wanted to get down and stay over. Apparently, she goes on to say, the actual point of the song is that her family will be upset with her if she stays with the guy who she actually really likes. And she's contemplating how her reputation will be ruined if she does stay with the guy that she likes, because she wants to. So the man isn't trying to coerce her, he's trying to offer up an excuse she can give to other people when they're like, why'd you stay at his house? Oh, it was cold outside, there were no cabs, she has to stay. And she's not making a reference to what's in her drink, but apparently she's saying something about she's telling the truth. But no, this must be banned. Some feel the song should be nevertheless viewed through a contemporary lens. It really pushed the line of consent, Cleveland Rape Crisis Center president and CEO Sandra Miller told Fox News. The character in the song is saying no, and they're saying, well, does no really mean yes? And I think in 2018, what we know is consent is yes, and if you get a no, it means no, and you should stop right there. With the debate raging on social media, some will likely continue to give the tune a cold reception during the Christmas season. You know what I really love about this controversy is that there's actually songs that are offensive. Look, if we go by what Jen Kirkman said, the song isn't about coercion. Well, I think my assumption is she was implying it's not really about coercion because she goes in this big thread about how it's perceivably about date rape and coercion when it's really about a woman who wants to be with this guy, but she's concerned about how her reputation will take a hit if she does. The actual conundrum here is that women are frowned upon if they hook up with too many guys or they're not married or something like that. That's the point. In which case, she goes on to say, you should be upset that she had to contemplate her reputation when this is a guy she really liked and wanted to be with. But I digress. The point is, that song is relatively controversial, and you've got even feminists and people on the left saying it's not really that bad. But you know what song's really funny that I find it's hilarious that it never gets brought up is the song by, what's his name, Jimmy Soul, called, I think it's called Happy for the Rest of Your Life. The line is something like, if you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. There's a line where he says, ugly women will cook better for you. So one of the lines is, a beautiful woman makes a man feel small or something like that. And that if you get an ugly wife, she has no choice but to stay with you because nobody wants her, and then she'll cook for you. In fact, at one part in the song, there's a breakdown where it switches to like talking, and some guy goes, hey, did you see Jimmy's wife? I sure did. Man, is she ugly, but she sure can cook. No one seems to criticize all of the old things that exist, right? Look, things used to be racist. We literally had segregation. We literally had slavery. If you go back in time far enough, you will find a ton of racist things. You know what I mean? Now, I will say this, admittedly, when it comes to, the old stereotypes, blackface, minstrel shows, we got rid of those things. We're at a point today where someone's not going to go on TV and say, we're going to play a minstrel Christmas special. Because, no, that you shouldn't do that. It's offensive. It's racist. I think in a historical educational context with someone explaining what they were doing and why is fine. But there's kind of a fine line. And I would say, right now, you have this song playing. And I'll say this in defense of those who want to get rid of it. Just give me a second, because I want to counter. The argument they could have is that whether or not the song is meant to be good or bad, in a contemporary light, it does sound bad, and we shouldn't play it because we're not going to play offensive things from the past. But I think it's important to point out in regards to Baby It's Cold Outside, context matters. Context will always matter. If you get people who are trying to stereotype a race to mock them on purpose, totally different from a song that's literally about a woman who wants to be with a guy, but is concerned that people will make fun of her. In which case, you'd think people would support the song and say, this is a good example of how women have a stigma when they're with a man they actually like, right? But I want to take this opportunity to talk about how we're going to move now onto the part where I talk about how everyone's going insane. Everything's offensive. You got to ban everything. And I'll just say this. How dare you offend cats? How dare you offend foreign countries where you don't live? And how dare you be offensive in the past? It's really where we've gone, right? Michael Rappaport, in this video about this cat, I don't want to play it because he swears heavily, and I used to swear on this channel, but man, does YouTube really, really penalize you for swear words. He says, we're there, we've done it. We're literally taking down videos because cats are being shamed, right? Let me just say this, okay? The video's not entirely supposed to be about this one song getting pulled down because it's whatever, it's one song, right? And it's one radio station. The point is, we are headed in a specific direction as a culture and a country. Europe's far gone. I have no idea what's going on with them. They have police who are actually patrolling the internet looking for people who make bad jokes. And they use Count Dankula as an example because he made a bad joke. It's actually, some would argue it was a good joke. The point is, the video's funny. I think it's funny, the pug with Dankula. They're coming after him. And now you've got, everything's offensive, you know what I mean? I'll do this. I'm gonna end by showing you a picture of a cat, and I'm going to outright shame this cat. I'm going to shame this cat, and I'll tell you why I'm going to shame this cat. First of all, look at this cat's face. In the video, Rappaport says it looks like grandma. He says, there's a cat out here. Why are you looking at me? Do you even blink? It looks like grandma. The cat is actually famous for the way it looks. There are tons of cats who are famous for the way they look. And I'll tell you exactly why I purposefully want to shame this cat. Because Instagram is crazy. And where's the thing he posted? There we go. Instagram is crazy, and it says we remove content that targets private individuals to degrade or shame them. I'm going to contend that you could argue the cat is an individual, sure, but this cat doesn't care at all if people on the internet make fun of it. This cat doesn't care if you post an anti-cat tirade against it, and this cat will never file a complaint against you because of it. That's how insane things have gotten. This is just, I don't know, I just wanted to grab a collection of these 3 things I saw about people, like, the one about Pakistan is apparently a tweet got deleted because a Canadian woman broke a Pakistani law. And this is where we are. Nothing makes sense anymore. Nothing. Cats apparently have civil rights. Animals have some protection under the law, don't get me wrong. But full on civil rights on Instagram for cats. Yeah, whatever. All right, I got some more videos coming up. Stick around.